Hi guys, welcome back to Darish Zone, and this is a great day, a great video, because this is the very first beta of King, my last best image, 256 gigabyte, a massive gigantic image. The works on this last image, that will be my last work for now, at least, until Raspberry Pi 4 will become popular on the community of creators. This is my last image, and in my humble opinion, the very last image you should wish on your Pi. I recommended the Pi 3B Plus, the last model of Pi 3B, for this image, because this image, King image, really push the Raspberry to the limits, and this is the beta, so it's not too fast at the moment. I have to enhance and optimize the code, so don't set opinions on this work, because a beta is not the release candidate. I show you because the works on this image was a little complicated, because after Fire and Ice, the image I made with Ransom, I released a more little image, more specific image, like neon and arcade for on different base, the record box base, and I first decided to create this massive image, which is the next level of Fire and Ice, and even the Omega image I've made before Fire and Ice. And I started the works on the I like to explain this, because you saw a lot of trailers of on my channel, and first on the record box, then on RetroPie. I was some issues, technical problems with this image, so and slightly lack of focus, I have to admit, because I was knowing not good how to focus this work after the gigantic, epic, massive image which was the Fire and Ice. So I made a lot of thinking on this next image, because this is still a 256 gigabyte image, so the space is the same of the Fire and Ice, which boost over 30,000 of games. So this image, the King, have less games, because I decided to add videos on this image, the snap videos, which I removed on the Fire and Ice, but I talk too much. I want to show this image. So we have on this beta more than 66 systems. I show this is the default theme, which is called the King. Is a variant of the Gestalt, because on this image there's more than 10 custom theme made by Dizzy. I call it a festival. 1-3 theme I will show you later. I call it this festival, this theme festival, because I want to celebrate this years and a half of images. So this is my last image on every sense. So I've decided to add all the themes I made, plus the new themes I made for this image. And King is a golden blue variant of the Gestalt theme. So I show all the system included on this beta, and I think it will be the same system of the final release, but let's see. Amiga CD, Amstrad, Arcade. As you can see, some artworks are changed because, but I show the new themes I made. Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari 7800, Atari 800, Atari Lynx, Atari ST, new system, Fairchild, Channel F, and I showed as you can see, we have a new palette, blue and yellow, gold, the colors of King. And this is a new, very retro, because we talked a very old, obscure platform. And the Commodore 64 is back on this magnificent set, almost 4,000 games, so massive games. And I want to show the video snaps. Let's look 1942. And it have the video snaps, not all the 4,000 of games have the video, unfortunately, because they not exist. But there's I don't remember, around 1,000 of videos. Okay, let's see. Let's go deeply on the set. The Commodore 64 set is fantastic, guys, and one of the reasons I back to RetroPie is because I want the Commodore 64 libretto emulator, the Battlesera, which is a fantastic front end I love, doesn't have the libretto version of Commodore 64 emulator. ColecoVision Daphne, this is a early beta. It lacked many things, the overlays. I will make another video, but I care to show this video because I want to show the King is alive and is ready to rock your world. Daphne, I pulled back the Super Donkey Quixote, and there's video also the Magic Trio, Space Ace, Dragon Slayer, and Dragon Slayer Time War. I removed the background music because there's some licensed music, and I can let listen the music. I'm sorry. And a game I care very much is the Gunlord, because it was not working before and it's working now on the Flycast, which is the new version of the Raycast, the emulator of the Dreamcast. There's only 3 games, so if you go for Dreamcast, this is not the image for you, I'm sorry. There's Stormwind, Volgar the Viking, and there's all indie games, not the most famous popular games for the Dreamcast. But guys, Gunlord is fantastic, and I want to show you. This is a placeholder, of course. It lacks the loading image Dreamcast, and this is the new version of the emulator. The Flycast is called Flycast, and this game was not working before because it's not too old. This game should be 7 or 6 years ago. I don't remember well, but it's not so old. And this is the intro. So let's move on with the Famicom, the FDS, Game & Watch, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Television, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, the Japanese version. People like the Japanese set, I like too, so I've included. It's totally standalone than the Western set, and it has the video snaps, of course. This is the USA set, Europe set of Mega Drive. Okay, and this is the Mega Drive Hex. Mega Drive Hex, even that one has on they own the MSX games, and even that one has the snaps. Nintendo 64, there's a selection 45 games, because Nintendo 64 doesn't run very well on PI, you know, but there's some hidden gems like the Die Hard hack, the Super Mario Bros. Hack, and the games that runs better. And this is the very great new feature of the King Image, the full set of Neo Geo CD, full set. Every game released for Neo Geo CD is here, and this is the just the start, because not even the full set, but we have a fantastic emulator which cut out completely the loadings. You don't believe it? Let's try the King of Fighters 96, which is my most preferred games. The King of Fighters 96. So the game starts as usual, but you will notice some strange. Immediately the emulator is fantastic. It's called NEO CD, and okay, this is the first screen, the boot screen. Okay, the loading was very fast. Let's see. Select the fighters. Okay, there's the loading. No loading. The loading is no loading. All loadings are totally cut out. So this is the very cartridge experience, but with the enhanced soundtrack. You know, the enhanced CD soundtrack, but without loadings. The fantastic magic of the emulation. Can you believe it? Okay, and you have all the full Neo Geo CD set. And I was thinking, on the first time I want to just include the enhanced soundtrack games, but you have to consider that the Neo Geo CD games are slightly different than the cartridge counterpart. You have the difficult level option to select, and then some other goodies. So why not include the full set? And this is also on CHD file format, so it's fast. It's very fast, guys. I'm very proud of the Neo Geo CD. I have to say this is the absolute best feature of this image. Nintendo Hex, same thing. The Hex have his own folder, because I don't want to mix up the Hex with the normal set, because I don't consider so much the Hex. But there's I don't even guarantee they all works, because you have to consider the Hex as experimental. Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, and the open board. This is a super massive set of open board, and I have to thank Virtualman. Some but let's say a lot of sets here are taken from edited from the Virtualman sets, because Virtualman is the best builder creator around, and the image and the set are perfect. So I've taken this fantastic set, so I have to credit him absolutely. Even the arts are made by him, because there's not arts around for the open board. So I've had all this set, and I've even had some games, open board games I have on the previous image. So we have a lot of games, 5-6 games, open board games, and I think almost the best is here. The PC Engine and the TurboGrafx 60s is the same set, but you can switch with the option, you can switch the platform, and you can turn PC Engine into TurboGrafx 60s, or the Mega Drive you can turn into Genesis, depend of your country. The PC Engine CD, even that one I have to credit and thanks Virtualman, because this is most of this set is taken from his image. This is the massive PC Engine CD set, over 44 games, and I've just added some games like the Fatal Fury Special, but the best is here. If you want of course the best games absolutely is Castlevania Round of Blood is included, and even Double Dragon 2 is good. Ports is some Doom games and Cave Story. Don't expect some it's very minimal. The PSP games, the PlayStation sets, I do remember the 400 terrific number of the Fire and Ice is cut in half on the King, right? You have tons of video snaps on this image. The video snaps are space hungry, so less games for the PlayStation, but still a lot of games, and we talk about 200 of games, and there is like the artworks I have to add the image and video, so you can see the best is here. Tomb Raider, still a lot of games. New platform, the Super Famicom Tel Aviv. A lot of you who asked for it, and I'm obliged to include the Genesis X Scambian. The Scambian games, we have 20 games, so almost twice than the previous image. So expect a lot of games. Even that one I have to thanks Virtualman. Sega CD full set, you know I love Sega CD, so the full set of the Omega image and the Fire and Ice is here, which the videos of course. Okay, BC Racers, Bouncers, every games, even not good one are here, but this is very completist and love the Sega SG-1000. Okay, Sufami Turbo, another new platform I've included. Just a bunch of games. Supergraph, Super Famicom, the Super NES, the Japanese SNES. So the Japanese set, a lot of games, over 223 games, 2023 games, and even video, of course. Super Nintendo CD, and this is the same set of Fire and Ice. I just added the same set because we made this fantastic selection of Super Nintendo CD games. this net is SNESX, some I have to set some image, yet the Vectrex, Video Pack and Virtual Boy, Wonders 1 Color and Sharp Sinclair Spectrum. And this is the collection, the Amiga Classic, Arcade Classic, the 64 is the Commodore 64 Mini. Community is back. Community is the collection of games chosen by you, so it's the same selection of the Fire and Ice. If you love that selection is here. The Capcom Play System, the CPS. The selection, the Mega Drive Mini, another new feature of this image, the NEO Geo cartridge, NES Classic and Super Nintendo Classic. So we have all the platforms. You see the best thing is the NEO Geo and the Amiga. We left out Amiga. Why? This is so the full set of Amiga and Amiga AGA. So all games released on Amiga is here, and all games as is video. Okay, Amiga CD Amstrad, the big collection, over 2,000 games. Arcade, big selection even here. This is the same set of Virtualman Retro Paradise. So thanks to him, I told you a lot of sets are taken from Virtualman. We share assets from on our releases. We are close friends, so but it's always good always to credit the people which works hard on this. And the Atari ST is a very big set, even if experimental is over 3,000 games, so you have a very wide choice, but remember this is experimental, so some game could not work. And fortunately the time runs fast, because it's not over. I want to show the new themes I made for this image. The vintage theme is an old theme I made based on Chicuelo. Upcoming videos, so this theme is better to disable the cursor transitions. And this is the vintage. I called this theme before Vogue, but I've decided to call it vintage because I added this font. Is like all the typewriter font. And on the option you have the EasyX toolkit is back, so you can set a lot of things here. And you have the Hursty themes. This is the utility by Dwayne Hurst, and here you can download all this his theme. And I made some edits, so this image is totally compatible with the Hursty themes. And this is the 64 theme. I'm inspired a lot by the Commodore 64 Mini menu. So you have this font, very retro font. I showed just the last theme before. Gestalt Light. This is a new theme I made for this image, but it will not be the full theme. The full theme will be the Gestalt King. Here it is, the Gestalt Light. If you like a light theme, this is for you. And this is the first beta video of the Darish song King, the image you was wishing for. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to channel, and we catch up on the next one. Bye bye.